Electro, some symbiote soldiers, and Shocker. Uh, we got inside the building. There were shrink rays. Poor static scale got shrunk, and I think Elustra also got shrunk, and Starflare also got shrunk. So, I think we made it down. We eventually found the way down to their prison, and now we're here at the prison trying to save the wasp.
Yeah, I think that brings us up to speed. One thing about the shrink rays that I forgot is that they can't shrink you to microscopic size. So static, you are actually the same size as everyone else right now,
Oh,
which is still pretty small, but you are not in danger of falling into the quantum verse right now.
I am 5'6". I'm not that short.
Well, you're all about 1 inch tall currently, as you shrunk down as you went into the secret elevator in Soleri's apartment. And where we rejoin you now, you've just arrived in this detention center. You got the impression that there are probably more of those symbiote soldiers down here, but you know that this is where the wasp is most likely being held. But yeah, you've just arrived in this hall, so what would you like to do?
Karma resets, right?
Per day, not per
Okay.
sector.
Oh yeah. All right. That was my question.
We'll say I don't remember when last I moved the clock, but we'll say it's 9:30 at night. So yeah, looks like Starfleet is having a long day today.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Oh no.
What
Yeah, this map. I totally forgot to fix it. You'll just have to hold down shift while you move around, because the grid is weird on this one.
Like you go shift and
Yeah, it's annoying, but just do what you can. Yeah, I will say the side that you guys entered from, where the elevator was, that door has closed, but there is one in front of you. There were illustrators that seems to be unlocked and open. You saw it briefly open before. And last, can you see where the wasp is right now? Because Rochford was going to play wasp, but maybe I should just remove the mission.
no.
Okay. And yeah, back to you guys. You shrunken down into this detention center, but not as prisoners, at least not yet. Although you know.
Shall we knock?
I think they know we're here.
Then let's go visit.
How are we gonna do this? I guess we'll just open the door and see.
We find the bad guys, kick their ass, rescue the wasp, call the police.
Perfect plan.
Okay, well, if you're going to be kicking some ass, then I think we can just roll for initiative right off the bat. Well, Marvel's still talking.
Oh, nice. Got a fantastic.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, everyone. 17 from all of you. Nice. Well, then we will start things off here as static scale, maybe having to scale the walls to get around you guys, but static, you'll have a bonus round up there.
The walls look like they're made of metal. Is that true?
Yes.
That's a problem. So I'm gonna leap over. So I'm actually gonna have to leap over you guys in order to get the shot.
You not climb on metal.
Yeah. It's a weird weakness, but it's mine. I'm gonna leap over them and then shoot this guy with a lightning bolt.
Oh, I rolled for initiative with the first guy that you see. That feels like a rookie mistake. But yeah, go with it. You see this one is kind of, as the door opens, is sitting behind a desk and is just starting to get up when you get a fantastic success and deals some major damage on, I imagine. And nuts. How much are you pumping into that one? Oh, is that just a burst? Yeah.
This is a burst.
But he is paralyzed, correct? That's
Let me throw it up so we can see.
just the fantastic effect of
Yep.
electricity.
He's stunned.
Stunned. Okay. Yeah, very cool. Then we go to the top of the round with Illustra.
Mm. Yeah. Okay, that changes it all. I had one plan, and now I have another plan. I just walk in, and it's like, seem like you haven't seen the light.
That will beat the vigilance defense.
Yeah. Does it beat this? You said
Yes, it does.
they can enjoy their light show.
And then on top of that, so that affects all three, right?
If they are within.
Yeah, it's pretty close quarters here, so that definitely hits them more. But they are going to take some extra damage because it's immune. So the one that static hit is down.
Oh, nice.
Finally, my powers are good.
Oh no. disassociated sim soul burst. Burst is the one you can. Yeah. Oh,
But yeah, he just gets eviscerated. Yeah, completely destroyed.
nice. That's my turn.
Yeah, back to static. Only one guy left in here. He's hurt.
Is there ability to help me that can allow me to knock people down?
The Tribex, you
That's
mean?
Yes.
I mean, there are abilities that let you do that. I'm not sure if you have any, but you can, like, if you get a fantastic success, you can knock someone back. That is a thing.
Understood. Then I'll just use the Venom Bash.
Okay.
But okay then.
Jeez. Okay. That'll do. Okay, and you brought him down to 1 hit point.
Okay. Okay, and he's stunned for 1 round.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you kind of leave this one on just at that final moment as you stand him there, and as we go to his turn. Well, first of all, is that the end of your turn? Are you moving?
No, that's
Saying,
that's my turn.
okay, then as we go to his turn, he is not going to be able to move or anything, but the door behind him, the last spell that's up, is going to open. As you see two more of those figures on the other side. And likewise, same thing up above. Okay, and then the whole group is going to make an attack. I'm just going to roll this once, but they are all going to be making a stopping power attack as they try and shoot at you. So I'm going to make one attack roll for all of them. This is against all three. 16 versus agility defense.
That would
Ooh,
miss.
that hits.
Yes.
Okay, 15 points of damage to that hit as the symbiote soldiers start making their way into the. And yeah, you can hear them kind of communicating with each other, but I don't think anyone speaks Clintar.
No, definitely not.
Nah. Not today.
But you might know how to shut them up. Illustra, we're back to you.
Mhm. Yeah, and remind me, stopping powers means
Nothing really. On top of that, on a fantastic, you would have taken. They could have made another attack.
okay. It's nothing. Oh well. Fire in the hold as I throw a grenade just outside. I think I may have destroyed them.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh
my. Wow.
Yeah, okay, those guys are eradicated from existence.
Oh well.
Might as well destroy their tokens, but yeah, what an explosion.
Well, my job is done.
Okay, the Star Flare. The two at the top are gone.
Nice.
Only the two
Okay.
down.
Okay.
Yeah, let's attack. Let's do burst. Wow.
It's marvel after marvel after marvel.
That's
Which one is
suspicious sim. Suspicious sim soldier.
He's still standing somehow.
Alright, that's me.
Probably not for long. This one's about to recover from its stun, so what are you going to do, Static?
I'm gonna punch him using the Venom Bash again. Stun gives you age, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Still hit.
I should have gone with the AoE.
That's right. That guy was really badly hurt, so you finish him off, and just those last two who are like now clearly outmatched.
Oh, still step to the left, and then that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, then those two outside, they are going to. Yeah, actually, they're both going to run into the room, and they are going to attempt a spider strike. As they also, it's going to go for everyone because spider strike can target multiple. But you will take half damage on this.
Well, yeah, that hits.
Not a fantastic though, so they aren't able to web anyone up. That is a 16 against melee defense.
Can I use my spider dodge?
I don't think you can dodge melee attacks.
Yeah, you're right.
Works against
No,
which is-
no, you're right. That is exactly how it works.
Okay, so yeah, you have those two guys have now run into the room, and they are sort of surrounding Starflare there. But yeah, seems like these guards aren't posing much of a threat to you. Factory
No.
hospital.
Yeah. Wait a second. Yes. I see someone. So what I do is I just lift my hands and just up where I think his ears are and is like, enjoy the sound.
Oh my god. Oh.
And I think I just blew his eardrums.
Yeah, how can you send deafen in the chat? I don't think we've seen you use that one before.
I have used it once before. It's rare I use it, but yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's half of what you rolled there, which is still more than enough to finish this thing. As you just see it screeching as the symbiote recoils from the sound, and it just drops to the ground, clutching its head.
Oh well, my job is done.
Yeah, only one remains standing right next to you there, Starflare. But
I know. Getting out of melee range, and we're gonna do burst.
He's gonna attempt a spider dodge because he's forgetting they have that, and he's gonna give you a trouble.
Oh, okay. Well, hit 14.
Okay,
I
that
don't
just,
think yeah, it didn't do anything. So
yeah. So it is now expecting that attack. It is gonna spider dodge and jump out of the way, and just jumps into the corridor as it now seems like it's trying to get away from you. But as that elemental burst blasts off of the wall, static, you've still got a line of sight on him.
where'd he go? Oh, he's up here.
And zap. Elemental burst. $18.
Yeah, 18 hits, but roll your edge. 9. Um, yeah, so he's still up, but that one sort of clips him and burns half of his body there as he seems to be trying to get away. And as we then go to his turn, he's going to continue running down the corridor. And we go back to Illustra. As you get into the corridor, you realize that he seems to have disappeared, but one of the cell doors has opened.
Oh, would you look at that? It's time to dazzle him.
Does Dazzle do damage on a normal success?
Ah, sorry, wrong button. No, it does not.
Okay, so he's blinded, but then you do still do damage because it's light against the symbiote. It's just not quite that much.
Better than nothing.
It does some damage. As now the rest of you hear it screeching from inside that cell.
Perfect.
Let's move up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shoot. That sucks.
Just hold on shift so you can put him in the middle of the corridor.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. Guess that's my turn.
Fine. I'm sure you've still got the movement.
I guess I could take flight. Oh, there he is. Target.
Yeah, and he is blinded, so you'll have an edge against him.
Ooh.
Or I think close attacks might auto hit. I can't even remember what actually does that. Blinded or paralyzed? Yeah, no, it's just a an edge.
Okay.
Oh, not even that. They just have trouble, but whatever. You've got an edge. He's in a
Okay.
he's cornered and being blasted with light. He's not having a good time.
Enemies has edge on all action checks against the character that would recently require sight to defend against or dodge.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. That
All right. 35 to envious soldier.
that'll be enough to finish that one off. As yeah, how do you finish off the last one?
I think he takes flight and he's like zooming towards where he's at, and I think he kind of just extends his arm and a beam of energy like just knocks him back against the wall.
And with that, the Sim soldiers seem to be down, as you all suddenly feel the ground shifting beneath your feet as it seems like the walls shake and the entire like it feels like the ground itself is moving, like there may be some kind of an earthquake happening outside or something like that. But yeah, nothing's breaking or anything. But we're out of combat. You just feel the whole chamber is shaking. What would you guys like to do? You now realize there are plenty of these little cells.
I guess we should probably go through them, see if there's anybody in there.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
That one's empty.
Yeah, I will say instead of opening every door, you can if you want, but if you want to make a vigilance check to search around, you can.
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, with that you can tell that all the cells, other than the one you just killed the symbiote in, all of the cells up the top are empty. Yeah.
Okay.
And here you can see there's only one locked door down at the bottom. And
Ah, okay. Let's blast it open.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. You blast through the door as you see a woman sitting on the other side who looks very surprised as the door just flies off its hinges. And she looks up. She says, "Oh, Agent Silver, you've come. You shouldn't
Yeah,
have. You shouldn't."
while we, yeah. Why not?
They predicted everything. They knew we were coming. If you're down here, then it means. And as she says that, the whole chamber seems to move again, like the ground shakes beneath your feet. And as she looks up, she seems worried about whatever that sound is. But yeah, it's not immediately obvious. But you have found the wasp.
Nice. All right, we got to get out of here, Wasp. You know a way out? I don't think we can go back the way we got in.
Yeah, she opens her mouth to answer you, and then instead you hear a voice coming from, it seems like from the walls. You don't see any sort of speaker systems or anything, but it sounds like there is this deep booming voice coming from outside as it just says, "Don't worry, you will be set free momentarily, and you can go and live like the pests you are, far from this city." And as the ground keeps moving, you will start to see the kind of the roof above you getting removed as light starts to pour in from all around you, and it seems like you are being held by Factor right now. He is holding this entire dimension stone like it's the size of a shoebox in his hands, and you just see his face on the outside as you guys are these tiny little miniatures looking up to a regular sized person, and he seems to be holding this whole cell in his hands.
Oh, that ain't good.
And he says, "I must hand it to you. You've been quite a thorn in my side, ruining my operations, but I foresaw everything, and this is where those frustrations end. Goodbye, heroes." As he drops the chamber, you're gonna see the world kind of spin around you as you almost go into like zero G because the whole chamber is falling. And as you see his face kind of disappear, you will see the ground of the room that he was holding you in, and you see one of the 10 rings on the ground that has formed some kind of a portal, and he drops you through a portal in this entire chamber. Very quickly, that room turns to open sky, and the entire chamber is going to come crashing down into the ground. How would you guys survive the crash? As basically the whole building you're in is falling down to the ground. See at the top floor of the skyscraper just above.
He just dropped. No, he dropped another portal.
I think I want to like fly over and get a hold static scale, and I think the rest of us can fly, right? So I think we all just take flight.
Yeah, you can make an agility check if you want to try and catch static, as everything's sort of like spiraling all around. Yeah, you easily managed to catch him, and as the walls around you like crash into the ground, and you see some of it crumbling and breaking. Yeah, because you are able to fly, you all managed to avoid being killed in the impact.
Nice.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. I'm just glad we're safe. Wasp, can you make us big again so we can figure out where we are?
I can, but not in here. You'd break every bone in your body. We still need to find a way out. Figure out where he just sent us to.
Okay. Can we fly out of the box? Because it sounds like the box. He took the lid off. Or did he put the lid back on and then toss us out through the portal?
No, you're right. He did take the lid off. So, yeah, you would see that kind of half of this detention center is buried in the earth right now, and you can see light filtering through from part of it. There's like a hole in the ceiling you might be able to escape through. You would need to be able to fly, but I don't think that's a problem.
Let's get out of here. And Starflare will up and away with static scale.
I'll do my best to hold on.
Illustra, are you trying to do anything else in this little detention center, or are you flying out with them?
Well, is there anything here, like any people or anything? As I recall, there was no one left besides Wasp in the cells.
Yeah, it looks like she was the only prisoner down here. But if you want to, they asked, there were some computers and things you might be able to look into. You can give me a vigilance check if you want to investigate the place a bit before you leave. But yeah, it didn't seem like there were any other prisoners.
Ooh, 16 with the marvel.
Fantastic success. See what I can give you on a fantastic. Yeah, I'll say what you see is definitely this entire facility was powered by PIM particles, which may be obvious to you already, but as Wasp and the others are flying out, you will hear her saying, I still have my wings, but I need to get the rest of my gear. If I'm gonna make us large again, then I'm gonna need something that can actually do that. So you can tell that Illustra, you would be able to find the PIM particles needed to transform yourselves back to normal size, and you can also see that the list of prisoners that they've had here, you don't see anyone of note. It looks like this entire detention center was a trap, just in and of itself. Like, Saleri probably never came down into this chamber. They were expecting you to come down here.
Hmm. Okay. Not here. Hmm.
Yeah, would you like to try and harvest those PIM particles to give to Wasp, or have you got another idea in mind?
No. Let's harvest them and have the expert use them rather than blowing them up or something.
Okay, so you essentially help Wasp retrieve some of the gear that they'd taken off of her and some of these PIM particles, as when she flies out, and like as you all fly out of this chamber, you will be like tiny. I mean, picture like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, or like grounded, just you are these tiny creatures, and the plants around you are massive. That Wasp will help you guys, and will throw a little device at each of you and to herself, as you're all going to grow back to average size. But as she does this, you notice the plants around you don't seem to get much smaller. I mean, plants you were just seeing do, but as soon as you return to normal size, it seems like there were giant plants all around you as well.
We.
Oh,
That sounds fine.
what the hell?
It's
I don't
fine.
think we're on Earth anymore.
I don't think we are in Kansas anymore.
We never in Kansas.
So, the middle of the night, I may actually check how time zones work. Okay, I'll do that quickly, just to see how light it is.
Depends which time zone, because the UK one functions weirdly.
If we are where I think we are, it might depend on what the time of the what season, what month it is, more than it does what time it is.
I'll be right back.
Do you think hammer time can account for the South Pole?
Oh, the South Pole. Oh, god damn it! I actually wonder if it can.
That would really depend.
Oh,
That would really
according
depend
to
on the
this, it is using New Zealand time, which is plus 13 UTC.
That's
Okay, so actually, yeah, it would be like what, 2 to 3 p.m. the next day. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Well, considering if I recall correctly, Japan is plus 12, which, yeah.
But yeah, okay, that works. That means you arrive midday, which is yeah, as you see these massive trees all around you. Actually, maybe we'll start on a different map, because to give you a little idea.
ah. Illustra, is that you? I'm seeing dinosaurs. Are you creating those?
Not today.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you see this thick jungle around you, but sort of moving through the canopies, you see the giant necks of these. They call them Dread Nautilus, or yeah, like Brontosaurus type creatures. And you can hear the cries of all kinds of wildlife that you don't really recognize. Seems like you've been sent back in time, possibly.
We
Yeah, the wasp would be saying, well, I could see the future. Do you think he could send us back in time as well? I really hate time travel.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Usually, if people could see the future, unless what he saw was not the future, but basically, let's say he basically went back, already saw us coming, and then went back in time, and therefore knew we would be coming, then it would be possible. But besides that, I don't think so. He just are able to see the future. Who knows?
I guess that is a possibility. Anyone got any more reasonable theories? 'Cause or at least a simpler one.
This could be. How much do I know about Savage Lands?
You can make a logic check, but you have literally fought dinosaurs from the Savage Land, so you may have.
Yeah, that's, like also I went to the Xavier School for gifted students.
Yeah, then you probably definitely know about the Savage Lands, at least. I mean, whether they were real or not, this may be the first time you're finding that out.
Very nice.
The gym
Oh.
teach. My gym teacher always said he used to hunt dinosaurs when we were like during summer vacation. Huh.
Yeah, so with that fantastic failure, you do know like the basic information about the Savage Lands and what it is, but you also know that you were advised never to come here. That this is not a good place for a mutant to be. It's not really a great place for anyone to be, but you were specifically advised not to go to the Savage Land.
I would share that information. Oh, great.
Based on the
Yeah.
dinosaurs you can see roaming around, probably not a huge leap to be like, yeah, this definitely seems like a bad idea.
Does Shield have anything on Savage? On Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Shield would
On
definitely
Savage
know lots about it. But you can, yeah, I don't know about how much Hector knows, but how would you try and tap into your Shield's information here?
Do we still have like satellite communications and stuff? He's gonna check his cell phone.
Yeah, no bars on your cell phone.
No bars.
you're-
Okay.
Wait a second.
Your
If it is a satellite, then there would be a chance. But if it's just a cellular, then I doubt it, since there's no towers.
Yeah.
Even with the satellite phone, where you guys are standing right now, you are under thick jungle canopy, so it's hard to
yeah.
actually see the sky.
And then there's
So
the
it's like you're in the
magnetic
middle of a
fields.
rainforest. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why you're not going to get much signal around here. But yeah, unless you were sent back in time, the satellites should still be out there. You may just need to get a better vantage point if you want to try and contact someone.
I can fly up and see. Yeah, I think that's what Hector's gonna do. He's gonna be okay. I'm gonna try and get a better vantage point, and he's gonna shoot up into the sky and see if he can't get anything.
Okay, yeah, as you kind of crest through the canopy, you will see that you are going to manage to get a signal through your satellite signals to Shield. You'll be able to potentially get a call out to Shield again. But as you get up there and as you see, like, oh, okay, I have got some signal, you look out and you see this vast forest all around you. You see the heads of these gigantic, like these long necks sticking out of the canopy, eating off the top of the trees. And then, just as you're noticing that you have signal, you will see a like a swarm. It almost looks like a flock of birds approaching you. But as they get closer, they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And you see that it is a group of pterosaurs that are flying their way towards you. These big, like, like a pterodactyl kind of.
Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. Well, I think seeing that, he's just gonna start to dip, and he's gonna start making his way back down to the ground.
Okay, this one of
Hopefully, he can
them,
get to the trees.
as you dip down below the canopy, one of them is going to swoop in, and you see this massive beak. It, as the thing is getting closer, I mean, this thing could easily be the size of like a 747 as it's flying in and just stabs its beak through the canopy
Oof.
at you. Oh no.
Yeah, that'll hit. That might be an ultimate.
Okay, not quite an ultimate, but
And
yeah,
that's
it's not
how
gonna hit.
and that's how Hector's character died, eaten by a dinosaur.
He'll come back. He'll be back.
Yeah, he will be back like the
Is
guy
that-
in I think it was Jurassic Park, and then also what's it called, the Pacific Rim one. Yeah.
Is hit and run full damage or half damage?
Good
Oh,
question.
no token. No token selected. Okay, I cannot take damage. I'll just do it here on my sheet.
Yeah, what level of damage reduction have you got again?
Just one. DR1.
Okay, yeah, so you can reduce that because that was ×2, so it's essentially half that.
Okay. So just 15.
That's yeah, it would be double damage, and you would be bleeding, as it kind of nips as you are getting through it, like the beak just manages to grab you and kind of take a chunk out of your shoulder as you are trying to get away from it. But this thing is now just, it looks like it's going to probably keep going through the trees, but that one has flown away. And now, unless you guys can do something to scare them off or start fighting them, these things are going to start descending through the canopy. They know there's food down there now.
I my best guess. I've dropped down on 4 legs and just try hiding. underneath the canopy. Well, actually, no. I'll shoot some lightning at them. See if that persuades them to go away.
You know what? Fuck that. Enjoy some darkness. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they know. Hopefully they ain't like, oh yeah. Else, oh well, it's worth a try.
Yeah, you all fall into darkness as it's like the shadows from the canopy get deeper and darker. But you can also, how are you firing the lightning off? Static? As it seems like Illustra is going to give you guys the cover that they won't be able to see you. But if you want to try and scare them off, lightning would be a good tactic.
So I just shoot it from my mouth as usual into one of the creatures hoping to hit it.
You can make an attack. I just want to put your tokens down on. 18 will hit. Okay, that's enough to dissuade at least half of this group that is currently attacking you, and the rest of them can't actually see where you are, but you now, from the ground, you see on top of the canopy above you multiple of these beaks as they all start landing on top of the trees, and they're like pecking down into the shadows, just trying to like fishing for something, but they way out of range of you. They would need to like keep doing this for a while before they break down to you guys. But there's only about half of that group left, so I don't know, Starflare, you haven't done anything yet. Are you gonna do something to try and scare them off as well?
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and this is gonna suck. Oh no, wait, I can do. How much is a push? Push is 10 focus. Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna do an elemental push and push them away and just kind of like dissuade them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Help of 50.
That's a hit. Does Element Push actually do damage?
It does. Oh, only on a fantastic. Okay, apologies.
Okay. Yeah, either way.
Actually, let me send it so we know what we're working.
Yeah, just wanted to double check that. But you can push them one space times your rank, and you're rank 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so you essentially are able to, like, as the shadows get deeper, there's this crackle of lightning from under the canopy as the whole canopy then lights up, and just it's like the trees almost repulse the rest of them and push them up into the air, and just like a flock of gigantic birds, this freaks them out, and the rest of them take off, and you see them going in different directions. They might still be lurking nearby, but it seems like if you go airborne, there's a good chance you're going to run into more of them. But as long as you're under the canopy, they shouldn't be able to see you.
Okay. I will let everyone know. Okay, guys. When I got up there, I did get signal. So we're not in a prehistoric era. I think we're still on Earth. I think we're in the Savage Lands.
Damn it. How do we? And I will kind of poke my head out of the shadows that the Lystra has provided. I'm like, how do we get then out of here?
The wasp will look at some like data on on a little computer on her wrist. She says, if he's right, if we are in the Savage Lands, I think there might be a shield monitoring station to the west of here. But I
Okay.
mean, we could be lost in this jungle for days, especially if we can't go airborne.
Do you have any idea how far?
I mean, no idea. I just know that that's our best bet. If we're in the thickest parts of the jungle, that probably means we're in what they call the Great Rift, which is just dense jungle full of dinosaurs. If we head west, we should be able to reach parts of the land that people are actually able to walk around on.
Okay.
Anyone who goes down here is likely to die. But good thing we're not only an inch tall anymore. She says as a tarantula walks past that's like the size of a small dog.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
gonna-
little.
I'm gonna spend my last karma to get some health back. Because I think I'm bleeding, so. Ah, okay.
Now that's a good health back.
Good. That's 56. 81. Alright.
Inastra, what's going on with your focus there? You have 1,119 focus. You may have added an extra one.
I think that's fine. That's the effect of the what's called the Savage Land. I just get a lot of focus.
Yeah, all of that tech. I'm sure you're gonna do great here in the jungle.
Alright, well, if we're ready, let's get going.
Head west. I'll climb into the trees and kind of use that as a pathway to reverse.
Yeah, there is. I mean, you can full on Tarzan swing your way through this jungle. There's more than enough space for you to parkour amongst these trees.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
But as you are getting here, you are going to notice dinosaurs on every side of you, and we're going to roll. Actually, no, we're not going to go into initiative just yet, but we are going to begin a chase, as anything that sees you down here is going to try and hunt you. Other than the biggest creatures around here who seem like herbivores, but they will stand on you by accident, or if you've managed to piss them off, things may get ugly. But right now you can see there are pterosaurs in the trees, and as you are rounding a corner, you see another T-Rex walking through the forest, and it seems to be hunting an Ankylosaurus, both of which you saw in New York. You saw exactly the same looking creatures. You fought them back, and it seems like you're in their territory now. But we're essentially going to go into a chase here, and you guys are the escapees. If you can escape this, you will be able to get closer to the research station at least.
Alright.
But they're going to start at 2, and we go to you guys as you see these dinosaurs everywhere. What are you going to do to try and avoid them? Static, if your action is to do that parkour and stuff, you can make an agility check to actually try and free run your way through the trees. Might help
Sounds
you.
good.
Also, can you guys see the chase plots?
I can see.
Story cycle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I see
all.
story circle.
Oh yeah, now
Hey.
Chase 2, Escape
Okay,
0.
and escape.
Hold on. This gives you edge on agility checks made to perform acrobatics during a movement. Yeah, perfect.
You should have double edge because you've got the tail and free running. Got all the marvels against the Sim soldiers.
Yeah.
No one's going to get another one tonight. But that is a success. As a you're going to be expertly making your way through the trees. Only a regular success though, as there's still a lot of jungle to go.
I think I'm gonna just try to be fast and sneaky as best as I can, and just try to move as quickly as I can, as quietly as I can.
Okay, sounds like an agility check from you as well. Then, if you've got sneaky or free running, we'll get an edge on that. Oh, it doesn't look like you need. Yeah, so with that, we'll say this kind of extends to the party as you manage to use the giant foliage to kind of hide behind and try and avoid alerting those pterosaurs who are definitely on the lookout for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys can move up to your normal movement speed from where you are as you've gotten a few successes. Your in combat movement speed, I will say, because out of combat with you guys just means I can fly 2,000
Fly
space.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Illustra, what are you doing?
What I'm doing, I'm moving. But in case you wonder what I'm doing to get past this area, I have actually thought about it. I'm gonna make I wonder. Oh, I wonder. Let me just check something. Yes. Perfect. Just create, like, if you know, like the loop things where it's just basically shows the same thing. And during the, what's called, that I'm just starting to just quickly get to the other side.
Okay, what are you looping? What do you like? What is the illusion?
It's basically just what's called this area here. Just basically, it just looks like there's nothing there.
Oh, I see. So you're making like the terrain, just an empty area. Okay, you can make an ego check then to see if this is a convincing illusion.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, that seems pretty convincing. Yeah, unless anyone's got an edge for you there, you want to spend a point of karma. That's going to be one success.
Yeah, let's spend that karma because I want to see if I actually can for once
Hi.
get it. Oh, look at that!
Oh,
Wow.
okay. With an ultimate fantastic, the illusion there, because you leave it as this open battleground, you're going to see the T-Rex move in and the Ankylosaurus see it, and the two of them start fighting. As the staff name may be a little bit close. As this this happens right behind the giant foliage around you, but these dinosaurs don't see you guys at all. They are completely tricked by the illusion, and you are able to hide and sneak past them fairly easily. But as they start fighting, Illustra, from the air, you are going to see two figures making their way through the forest. You see a guy basically in a loincloth, is holding a knife, but looks like straight up Tarzan, and he has a saber-toothed tiger that is walking alongside him, and they seem to be like also sneaking through the forest, but maybe not as stealthily as you are. You see them from up in the trees. They are heavy.
Okay. Okay, so there's other people. But the question is if they are friendly or not.
Yeah, with you guys have got heightened senses, so you'd be able to overhear one of them. You'd hear the man saying to the tiger, "Okay, Zabu, I think that disturbance came from here, but just be careful." And you see that the tiger sort of sniffs at the air and then looks up in your direction and sort of starts to growl as it just goes low, like it's going into hunting mode.
Okay.
Oh, well,
So,
time to gamble. Just steps out. That's fine, John Carter.
Yeah, you see he looks kind of taken aback, but he lifts his knife and he goes, "What are you doing here? Who are you? You don't belong in this land."
I'm well aware. But I was dropped to you.
Another one. Are you alone?
No.
Starflare will step out of the jungle.
I'll try to find a more comfortable shadow to hide in.
There's 4 of us here. We're not supposed to be here. We're trying to find the shield outpost. Do you know where it is?
Yes, as you see the saber-tooth kind of get in front of him, like trying to protect him. He says, "We know where Shield is. How do I know I can trust you? Are you man or mutant?"
I am a mutant.
So you work with the Metal Man.
No, the Metal Man?
Colossus, most likely.
Magneto.
Colossus. No, I haven't seen Colossus in a long. No, I work for Shield.
You can give me an ego check as you say this. He seems very suspicious looking.
Non-combat gives me a little bit more. Should this be non-combat or check?
Yeah, you may even have a trait or something that
Let's take a look.
kinds of traits that give you edge on stuff like that.
Yeah, but the one that you think about is only giving you edge on if the person is attracted to you or maybe like you, but if they are at this one, he would have trouble if he had that trait.
Yeah. Zabu might find you beguiling, who knows? But no, I was thinking more along the lines of like leverage or I don't know,
Yeah, I don't have.
public speaking. Not really talking to a crowd, but yeah, 17 is good enough as he goes, okay, Zabu, and he just you see calls off the tiger. Says, if you are ready with shields, I will lead you to their monitoring station. But then you must promise to leave this place. Your kind has brought nothing but trouble to these lands.
What did you mean by Metal Man?
You shall see. He's built a citadel not far from the research station. The
Okay.
mutants have been gathering power here, and I fear they are working with. And he looks at Static. Are you revealing yourself at this point?
I would, yes.
It's you. And he kind of points his knife. Says, "Are you also a mutant? Are you one of Sauron's experiments?" As he suddenly seems angry.
No. Just ordinary human. Oh, no. I climb. I back up into the tree as can approach you.
It's all right. It's all right. He's with us. He's with us. He's a mutant as well, but he's not with Sauron, Metal Man.
Either you're all good liars, or you really have no idea what you've just walked into. Follow us. We'll take you to the research station. But if you try anything, I will leave you to these forests. And believe me, you don't want to go up against them. And he gestures to a giant head that comes like moving through the canopy and just pulling some branches off of the tree as this Dreadnoughtus just is feeding nearby. But you have successfully convinced Kazar, who he introduces himself as, to act as your guide. Yeah. So we can actually come off with this map. You will not have to fight any of these dinosaurs. Unless someone wants to pick a fight as you move along. Anyone want to try and fight a dinosaur?
I learned my lesson.
Yeah, I did. I already checked that one off my bucket list. I'm good.
I won my fight.
Sorry, say again?
I said that I won my fight.
Yeah, fair enough. Well then, now that you have a guide, and you've told him where you want to go, he will be able to lead you west through the jungle, which could have taken you weeks if you didn't have good navigation skills at least. With the guide, it is easy as you arrive at a river, and you see that it is this river is wider than the rivers you have in New York. It's a massive body of water in front of you, and uh, you could say you kind of point across the river, and in the distance you can see these majestic waterfalls coming down from this like, rock wall. It's at the top of that waterfall. You should that should lead closer to the research station, and you see these are like climb up into the fire. Definitely. First, you're going to have to get across this river, which, yeah, I know most of you can film. But how are you going to approach this raging river, which I will say the water is flowing fast? Like if you try and swim through there, it could very easily carry you away in the current.
I'll try to give like a sniff around us, see if if there's anything like keep an eye on this river.
Yeah, give me a vigilance.
The last thing I want to do is try to cross the river above a crocodile.
With a 16, you notice moving through the river a gigantic dorsal fin like that of a shark that is moving through the water and then dips below the surface. It looks like the tip of like some kind of a great white or something, but probably a freshwater shark. You have no idea. You've never seen a dorsal fin on a shark that big. It could have been a whale. It's hard to tell, but you definitely get the impression swimming through this water is not a good idea. Also, with a 16, you would notice that in the water there are smaller fish that they look, trying to think size, but again, size of a small dog, piranhas.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't go in there. This is not a good place for a swim.
Kazasas, you could say that again. We could construct a bridge from one of the trees, unless you all have other ways to use your talents. I should warn you that the creatures in this river sometimes eat pterosaurs and other beasts that come to drink. So be wary.
I think I can make a jump.
It's possible. What level of jump have you got again?
2.
So, well, how far can you jump?
18 space.
And out of combat, has it got a like multiple?
Not sure. Let me have a look.
Because each one of these hexes is about 40 spaces.
Oh, 3 times as fast outside of combat.
Okay, yeah. So then I think you can just about make it if with a hell of a leap. I will say though, if you're going to try and jump the river, you will need to make an agility check, mainly to avoid being caught by something that can catch airborne things from the river.
I would climb up into like a tree on the next side and change my mind and then drop back down to rather get a running start and then leap.
Okay, nice roll. Yeah, as you guys see, Static take this running jump. He soars over the river, and as he's going, you see the surface break as this gigantic shark comes leaping up out of the water. Have you ever seen videos of great whites like eating seagulls out of the air? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I didn't know they could do that.
Oh, it's got to be a gift.
Yeah, sharks. It's all sea creatures are crazy. That doesn't surprise me.
So okay, that one I think is getting a seal or something, but still, that's that, that's the move you're seeing the shark do as it just narrowly you see the jaws like clamping down around the static as he just gets out the other side without being caught and lands on the other side of the river as that shark comes crashing back down into the water. And this, I mean, this shark is the size of a whale. It is gigantic.
Huh. I I hide. I...
Thankfully, you're safe on the other side. You see a little group of raptors that are sitting that are watching that. They all look at you, almost impressed, and just squawk as they all run off back into the bushes. So Static's made it to the other side, but it looks like this shark can catch stuff midair. So, what are the rest of you going to do?
Originally, I was going to do what I forgot his name. Is it Kazar? Suggested and make like a bridge.
I think the shark still can catch a bridge.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I'm just gonna risk it and just fly across.
Okay, then an agility check for you.
What is it with the? I was about to say, what is it with Marvels? But if Statics wasn't even the Marvel, it was just a high road.
Yeah, no, you guys are rolling amazingly tonight. So yeah, you managed to head across after it's just landed back in the water, so it doesn't quite have the time to turn around and jump at you. But that's half the party across. The Wasp, Kazar, and Elastra are still on the other side. So Elastra, how are you gonna get past the shark and over the river?
How many spaces is the crossing of the river?
It's about 40. Just under.
40. Okay. That's fine. We're just gonna take the chance and try to fly across. And if the worst happens, I have a plan.
Okay. Yeah, you can make an agility check then.
Is
Looks like
this
you might need to use that plan?
is this a sneaky thing? No, it's not. Oh well, it's fine. The shark tries to eat me. No. Just...
Okay, so yeah, from everyone else's perspective, you see the shark jump again, and this time it doesn't miss. It clamps its jaws all the way, it just eats Elastra in one bite and crashes back down into the water as like the wasp just like has her hands on her head as she watches Elastra die. How do you guys react as you see her get eaten?
Try to zap it. As if I can reach it.
Sorry, say again.
I'll try to zap it.
Okay. Yeah, you can make an attack.
10 space. My range is 10 spaces, so.
I mean, it's underwater. You can attempt, but yeah, if it's just for flavor, then yeah, you try to zap it, and just as you blast down into the water, Elastra, how do you appear and reveal that he won't, in fact, eaten it whole?
I just basically just teleport and behind Sadik and is like, yeah, that's a smart thing. Maybe we can catch some fish that way.
Why? Why do you do that?
Because I can.
Fun to be
Is
friends with the
Elastra
magic.
like is Elastra like a stage magician at all, or does like magic? Because that was a pretty cool magic trick.
Yes, that is the thing she does. Or that's also why basically minority of her things are illusions. Every time I pick a power, I always think like, hey, would that be something stage magicians would have?
Oh, very well done.
And as you complete your magic trick, the wasp is going to shrink down so that she's just the size of a fly, flying over. And yeah, do you guys have any ideas on how you would get the other two across, or will you leave that up to them?
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Yeah, over the river. Wait, do you have a plan to get across?
I'm protector of these lands. We know our way around. But if you've got something you could assist us with, I wouldn't say no.
Okay. Oh man.
You see, he's busy readying a vine on one of the trees, like he's going to try and swing across. If you could maybe distract the shark a little downriver, and we can make the leap.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, how are we gonna distract the shark? I guess just hit it with energy till it goes away.
So you're trying to like chase it away from the spot where you currently are,
Yeah.
or you're trying to lure it somewhere else?
Is he gonna make his jump from where he is now? If so, then yeah, I'll try to like move the shark like downstream, like over here. Just trying to get it away from the area.
Okay, I'd say you can make an ego check to try and use your power to scare the shark away. But yeah, it looks like he'd be able to make it. Okay, yeah, with the 17, you distract the shark and get it to go into a frenzy. It starts eating some of those piranhas and it's just making its way downriver as
Nice.
Kazar leaps off of a tree and just swings on this vine that launches him through the air. He lands on a tree on the other side as the tiger runs along a branch and also just jumps across, much like Static did. But as they rejoin you on the other side, he says, "Well done. Thought at least one of you was done for there, but you've survived well so far. Now we can either go to the mountains to the west and we'll have a bit of a climb. That should be the fastest route to the monitor station. Otherwise, we can make our way up the waterfall, and that may be a safer route. Doesn't seem like you guys need much help in that department.
I'm pretty good at climbing, and these two can fly. Are you gonna be okay on it? On that route?
Don't worry about us. Sabu and I have found ways to get through all of this jungle long ago. Since your friends can fly, I think you're the one that I'm most worried about. If you're confident you can climb walls, should be fine.
Yeah, so I would like run up the tree and show him that I actually just using the static electricity to grip to it. No, I'm
You
good.
sure you're not one of Sauron's?
I am not. Are they like me? Saurons?
He has been trying to turn everyone into dinosaurs for as long as I've known him. I've been trying to find his current clutch of eggs, his latest experiments. I believe they may be somewhere on the ridge. But I'll be keeping an eye on you. He has been known to associate himself with mutants lately.
I have not met him. Is that a lie? I remember Giant
Uh,
You met Stegron. That was not Sauron.
Ah,
Very close. But one guy's a Stegosaurus, the other one's pterodactyl.
very different, yes.
Well then, gather some vines just in case they come in very useful down here. And he will gesture to a gigantic willow tree that, I mean, this looks like some sort of prehistoric plant life. But you'll see that the reeds coming down from this willow tree are thick as ropes, and they are just like swaying in the wind here. But it looks like if you cut one of these things down, you'd have a solid rope to use.
That is a bit of a problem. I don't actually have anything to cut it with.
Don't you have claws?
I put them next to the vine. It's like my claw's like a tenth of the thickness of this vine. Yeah, but this will take a while.
I'll just shoot it. I'll just like, shoot it so I can cut it.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
you won't even need a roll for that. As you see, Kazar has already started scrambling up the tree, and he's pulled out his knife, and he's about to slice through some of these vines. And Hector just blasts through and cuts down
Yeah.
6 of them at once. And he goes, "Oh, well, okay, maybe you're more capable than I thought." Mutants. And yeah, you guys have got enough rope for whatever you might need rope for next. But I take it then you are heading directly west to the rock climb rather than the water.
Yeah.
Well, as you get there, you will arrive at the base of this cliff, and yeah, with your collection of powers, we're not even going to need rolls here really, because Static can just walk up walls. The rest of you can fly. So at this point, you guys get to this cliff face, and you start making your way up. You can see that there are some creatures sort of living in the walls, but you guys aren't hanging around on the walls long enough for them to really take any interest in you. So before long, you find your way to the top of the cliff, and you see a little bit away, like the distance on this kind of a map is a little bit funky. It's not exactly like 100% accurate. It's more artistic impression. But you can see in one direction that there is like a radio tower, it looks like, and looks like something quite a normal looking monitoring station. And then you see the citadel on the other side that just looks like these giant like pieces of metal that have all been brought together to make what clearly looks like a citadel. It's like this fortress made of metal just in the middle of these open plains, and you don't see any dinosaurs immediately. But the wasp will point out, she'll go, there, that's the monitoring station. We should be able to contact Shield from there.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's call for help. He's gonna look towards the citadel. That looks familiar. But yeah,
That's where the metal man is that I told you about. The mutant who has been gathering forces. That's where he's been taking them.
I see. Um, let's call for help first before I take a look at that building. We'll get inside, and I don't know. Guess start calling for help. I don't know. Do we need like codes or something to get in, or is it just open?
Well, when you arrive, you will notice that the doors have been torn off their hinges. It looks like something broke in from the outside, and you see the lights are all off. But as you step through the door into this monitoring station, you will see splatters of blood across the walls, and you see a pair of legs lying in the lobby of this place. No torso. It looks like something chomped him in half.
Oof. Alestra, can you sense anybody in here?
That's a very good question.
No. Can I also drop my nose, see if I can smell anything?
Give some vigilance checks if you guys want to look around.
Ooh, vigilance time, yeah.
Okay, just succeed. All right, so yeah, with successes from everyone, you will very quickly be able to tell that this place has come under attack, and there are the bodies of several researchers, shield agents, like civilians that have been working down here on who knows what. A lot of the machinery also seems to be broken, but only by like some sort of rampaging beast. You can assume that a dinosaur has torn its way through here and through anyone who was in here. But the equipment looks like it is still functional. There are, yeah, not all of it, but there is enough here that you should still be able to try and make contact with the outside world. But it looks like anyone that was alive in here has been dead for at least days, if not weeks, and there are no signs of life. But you will notice on one side of the research station where it seems like a lot of the action went down, that there is a giant hole in the ceiling. Looks like the creature entered through the main entrance and left through the roof. And killed everyone inside. So yeah, it's emergency lights if anything, but you seem to be alone in here.
I'll try to take a moment and see if I can categorize. the creature's smell. I probably don't know what it is, but I would like to remember it for future reference.
But it gets okay. Yeah, with 16, you can tell it smells a lot like those pterosaurs that you've just encountered outside.
Interesting. Cool. I guess. So I would look to Hector. Would you know which way they would put the communications? Where they?
Yes, by the radio tower. Let's take a. He'll start taking a look. I don't know if there are signs like in the building. They might be destroyed, but he's just looking for some type of console or a sign that says communications.
Yeah, you managed to find a console that has it's taken some damage, but the wasp would be there helping you as well. I'll need a logic check, but she'll give you an edge as you look over this console and try and get it working again. Looks like it's mostly undamaged, but it is inactive. Yeah, with the 13, you can tell it could work, but there's not enough power. All the power has been shut down, and to get a long-range message out, you're going to need to power this place up and get some power to the actual tower. But with what you've got there, you might be able to send a short-range message. Yeah, unless someone wants to help him there.
Yeah, I'll just turn to the guy. I'll just turn to everyone and just say, "Okay, we can get a message out, but we're gonna need more power if we're gonna contact anyone."
Can't we just like hook Static up and have him supply the power?
That's dangerous. That could blow the. That could potentially blow the circuits and stuff. But
100% yes.
Couldn't make it much worse, could he? Might be worth a try, Wasp says.
right.
Okay.
Gonna go over to where the power cables are. Be like, okay, just hold on to these.
I'm not.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm trying to find like an indication about what the requirements, like what the power requirements of this device is. So I don't just like dump like a lightning bolt into it. So,
Yeah, you managed to find the correct voltage and stuff that this machinery is meant to be working at. But it seems like the more power you can put into it, the further you'll be able to send a signal. It seems like you've at least got the control of electricity that you should be able to stop yourself from destroying the whole thing. But we'll see. That'll be based on a roll.
take a deep breath and reach out and touch the wires.
Okay, I'll say Starflare. That gives you another edge on your check. So this is essentially a help. But you can also make a check with your power as Static. Maybe you give him a double edge. You might not need it.
What check would that be?
Probably Ego, I think, for your powers. Yeah, Ego or Resilience, just from like being connected. But I think Ego makes the most sense. Yeah, okay. So double edge to you there, Starflare. Okay. Yeah, so with a fantastic success, Static charges the facility as the lights start to flicker and then all come back on. and you start to hear the like sort of static coming from the radio as everything on the console lights back up, and you hear Wasp yelling, "Okay, there, we've got it. Just hold that static." As you have re-established communications, and you can try to contact Shield.
All right. I'm just sending like an SOS signal out. Station attacked. Wasp, Starflare, Illustra, and Static Scale need retrieval. Send help immediately, and then just continue like just repeating that, putting it in like in a loop, so hopefully somebody can hear it, and then just kind of wait and see if anybody responds.
Yeah, as one of the screens switches back on, because you got a fantastic success. Things are working well in here now. And a screen pops on with Nick Fury's face on it as he just goes, "What the hell are you doing in the Savage Lands? I thought you were supposed to be protecting Brooklyn."
Well, it's a long story, Director, but we got shunted to the Savage Lands, and we need help. The original team that was here has been attacked, and there's no one left alive, unfortunately. We need evac. And you might want to get a hold of Charles Xavier. There might be something he wants. He might want to take a look at.
You hear him kind of sighing. He goes, "Xavier's already got all his business going on in the Savage Lands. I know you're mutants, but I wouldn't recommend getting involved. We'll send a VTOL to pick you up, but you guys are on the bottom of the world. It's going to take a while to get someone to you. Just to try to survive as long as you can, and we'll stay in touch. We'll let you know when they're inbound."
All right,
Just watch the skies. There should be a VTOL incoming. And
Will do.
yeah, they will be dispatching a jet. But I'm gonna actually. Oh, I haven't been doing the stories today, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna start a countdown, but just in the background. As hey, you guys have called in a ride to get you out of here, but it's gonna be a while. So, what are you gonna do while you wait?
I'd like to check out the Citadel. Fury said that Charles has his hands full here in the Savage Land, so that's not good. And we also have, I guess, Sauron trying to turn people into dinosaurs. So yeah.
So Hector wants to go to the Citadel.
Yes.
You guys.
I want to see the Citadel. But I don't want to see the red, blue, and green beam.
Is anyone healing up or anything before you go?
We could probably take a break.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have any karma, but if you guys want to take a break and heal up, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll say you earned a point of karma. All of you earn 1 point of karma for reaching the monitor station and establishing contact with Fury.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna roll vigilance.
I am torn between vigilance and resistance.
Yeah, they don't want me to get no focus whatsoever. All right. 21.
Resilience.
Hmm.
Oh, come on.
Well, it's a
Target number
success.
is only 10, isn't it?
No, he hoped to get some more because like 11 is 12 isn't a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know that was I didn't even know that was a failure number, but
I knew.
I'm glad I passed that as well.
Doesn't I thought static had a healing factor for some reason? Doesn't
I
one of you have healing factor?
I intentionally this one I static I chose not to take it because
But
Does Trident?
I think maybe what you called Nanophage has one.
no, I don't think Trident has it either. Yeah, but Trident can take a can survive getting run over by a car.
Oh, it's Slipstream is the other one that has. I think you're right. Nanophage does, but also Slipstream. That's. Okay, so you guys take some time to patch your wounds before you head out to the Citadel to go and investigate.
You know, guys, I think this is the first time I've technically ever. This is the first time I've left America.
Oh. Well, it sucks that we ended up here. This is your first time out of the states.
Oh. Mm.
The Wasp would ask, but it's not your first time encountering dinosaurs. You've
I'll pull up my phone to show her some of the clips of us fighting them in the park, like from YouTube, and then I realized I don't have any signal. I'm like, I'll send them to you later. We fought them in the middle of the New York City.
Yeah, you're connected to the Shield servers now, so she'll pull up some of that exact same footage as like from Shield surveillance and stuff. And she'll go, "Oh, I know. That was part of what turned Shield onto your little group. We thought it was just 1 or 2 agents, but everyone's been very interested in all of your work in Brooklyn lately. But those dinosaurs, I mean, not many places dinosaurs can come from. Don't those look exactly the same to you?
Yeah, I think they are. The ones that we fought was from the Savage Lands. And now tell her about the portal we found and the dinosaur we met and had a chat to.
Any chance that portal could be our way back?
I know where it is in New York. I don't don't have any idea where it'll be on this side. Unless we can run into what's the other dinosaur we met?
Steg.
Yeah, the Stegosaurus, the one we found. What's his name again?
Stegron.
Hi, Stegron. Unless we can run into Stegron, I don't think we can. We know where it is. Where it is here.
Kazar would tell you Stegron is one of Sauron's, well, underling may be a too strong a word, but if they are getting to your cities, then there's a good chance that they were working together. It's been trying to turn people into dinosaurs, so his citadel may hold the key to such a portal. So, if you're feeling brave enough to enter Sauron's citadel, I would not be opposed to having some assistance in taking him down. Though I understand that's not what your business is here, so no pressure.
Well, we do have some time before the ship arrives, so I don't know, guys. Do you guys want to take down Sauron while we're here?
I just shake my head. It's what we don't know what we're facing here. Maybe look to Khazar to give us maybe a rough idea.
I'm still not sure I can trust all of you, but I can tell you anything you might need to know if you're going to help me take him down. You seem like capable fighters, but I wouldn't want to drag you into our war.
Up to you guys. I don't mind. I don't mind to help while we're waiting. And do you think this could be connected in some way to what we're working on back in Brooklyn?
No, I don't know. I can't think of any connections. Immediate ones that links to this place.
Well, if there were dinosaurs attacking New York, and the guy, well, that's true. And Factor sent us here. Maybe they're working together? Probably.
Well,
I don't know. We'll have to get more information.
like unlike like dropping us in the middle of the ocean or into maybe into a volcano, this is probably one of the deadliest places on Earth.
No, this isn't Detroit.
Well, I'll help you out, Khazar. What's going on at Sauron Citadel?
I have not managed to get inside the citadel myself, so I'm not sure what's going on within, but I believe that he has been keeping eggs in multiple nests across the Savage Lands. We know that there are many in the Mystic Mists, and even more along the cliff sides near those waterfalls that you saw earlier. We think that his experiments, those who he's been transforming, are inside of those eggs. So we've been trying to free as many people as we can, but Zabu and I can only do so much. If you are truly willing to help us, then we will help you explore the Citadel as well. They are not kind to mutants around here, or at least not the ones that don't align with the Metal Man.
I will kind of with that comment, I will just take my hoodie that I normally wear and throw it over my head.
You know, friend, the scales may actually suit you well here, but Yes, I suppose depends on what friends you're trying to make. Well, if we're going to head towards Sauron Citadel, then do you still want to go to Magneto's Citadel? Or-
Do I want to go? Yeah, let's take a. Let's just stop by real quick. Just a quick. Just to see if there's any action or what's going on over there. If there's any life.
I think that might be a good idea. We don't know how long it is until they're gonna get rescued. Might be a good idea to take some proactive approaches to some of the threats we might face. And with that, I'll get up to start to move.
Okay. Let me see. I've got art, but I don't actually know if that's the right art. That doesn't really make sense when I'm looking at it. Okay. Yeah, so as you make your way over there, you'll see that there's all of these giant pieces of metal that are kind of stacked up that it almost looks like it's making a volcano out of metal. But inside, as you get closer, you can see that there is a giant floating rock of iron ore that has got this building kind of built onto the top of it, that it looks like this majestic looking palace. But you are seeing this kind of from the ground as you approach this sort of the walls around it of these giant metal structures. And can I ask who among you has tech reliance? I know Illustra does. Wasp certainly does. But does Static and Staff Flare have any tech reliance?
Nope. No, I'm 100% natural.
Wait, then as you are approaching, and you can now see the citadel up fairly close, there is going to be you're going to hear the strange creaking of metal, and I'm going to make a quick check. So as you are approaching, you kind of walk into the base of the citadel, and yeah, we're gonna say Kazar and the Sabertooth are going to be scouting around nearby, but I can't run so many NPCs at once. So they're trying to find an alternate route in as you're making your way in, and suddenly Illustra and Wasp, you both feel all of your mechanisms lock up, and it's like your body suddenly becomes paralyzed. Like you're still kind of flying or walking however you were, but you now suddenly stop, and it seems like you can't move. As it only happens to the two of them, and then you hear a voice saying, "Welcome, brothers." And you will see this kind of purple sphere of magnetic energy come floating down from the citadel as Magneto, in an elemental sphere, starts making his way down towards you, and you realize that he has got Wasp and Illustra's tech kind of in his grasp and is just holding you guys in place. But he is greeting the mutants with a certain friendliness. Calls you brothers.
Wow. Magneto, I presume. What are you doing here? You don't mind my asking.
Creating a new world, my friend. Take it you have come to join us. Have you heard our call? I believe you were one of Charles's students, were you not? The one who turned into that metal monstrosity not so long ago.
That was me, but haven't heard any call. Where is Professor Xavier? Shouldn't you guys be on Krakoa, or has something happened that I missed?
Stop worrying about what Charles is up to. It makes no difference to us anymore. He can play with his X-Men all he wants, but if mutants are truly to rise up, this is the place where we will begin. There are many more of us awaiting in the Citadel, but you have arrived with guests. So I must ask what it is that you've come for. You come to join us? Or are you more fools of Charles's that have come to try and put a stop to what we're doing here?
To be honest, we were sent here, teleported here, so we're not actually here to bother you. Uh, has Sauron been bothering you at all?
You can give me one more ego check, as yeah,
Yeah.
everyone just showing up here for no reason. It's really a surprise to everyone around here. But yeah, another fantastic. Share your hats. He says, "Ah, I see. Well, that is strange. And yes, Sauron has been a problem, but not one that's too much to deal with. More of a pest, really."
My friends and I are here to stop Sauron. So, if you would be so kind to let them go, we'll be on our way.
Yeah, to which I will point out, Wasp and Illustra, you can still speak. You just physically are paralyzed. But he'll kind of look at them and just say, "And what guarantee do I have that they're not going to go home and tell Shield all about my citadel here? You'd think coming to the bottom of the world would be enough to have some privacy, but it seems there's nowhere I can go without humans sniffing around."
Uh, Guarantee. There's nothing that we could offer you other than our word.
Very well, then. I will trust you for now, my mutant brothers. And I invite you to rejoin us here once you have completed your mission and found your friends away home. Understand that they are not welcome, but the two of you will always be.
Thank you, Magneto. That's a very generous offer.
Good. As for you two, get out. And he just flicks his wrist and sends Illustra and Wasp flying back away from the citadel.
Well, though. Whew. Yeah. Go after them. Go after them. Go pick them up. Oh my god, that was frightening.
Yeah, I'll just crawl away and trying to not be noticed.
Yeah. Wow.
Fuck.
Okay.
Kazar comes back and he's like, I couldn't find another entrance to the citadel. Everyone okay?
Yeah, we're fine. We just had an encounter with one of the most powerful mutants on the planet.
Oh, you met the metal. Good.
Yeah, we met the Metal Man. Oh boy.
You know, in retrospect, it's kind of obvious. But yeah.
To be fair, Metal Man doesn't exactly narrow it down, especially
Yeah.
in New York. It's like
It could have been Colossus.
It could have been
is
Iron Man.
it could have been Iron Man. Colossus, so anyway.
So, all right. Lead the way, Kazar.
Okay. So
Starflare. Poor Starflare. Poor Hector.
okay, so then yeah, if you're following Kazar, he will lead you north towards the Mystic Mists as you see some as you're passing by you see what looks like some kind of a village in the distance. You see like these almost like a Stone Age village, but he leads you around that. He seems like he's not trying to alert them to your presence and doesn't take you towards that settlement. But instead seems to be taking you towards another forest where you can barely see into it because of the mists. But it seems like it's not just trees, but there are mountains. It looks kind of like a more condensed version of the place that you were when you arrived there. And yeah, as you're making your way through, can I get a vigilance check from everyone? And yeah, is there anything that you guys are doing, like as you travel through these jungles and through this prehistoric land? Is there anything you're doing just as you're moving along, checking out the trees, or I don't know?
No. Statics.
think that-
No, the Statics mind is still stuck on back at Magnetus. It's still at Magnetus Citadel. He's not even climbing the trees. He's walking on the ground. Passing through the jungle.
I think Starflare. He's just trying to remain quiet and keep pace with Kazar.
Just checking if anything is wrong with the suit, like if any of whatever Magneto did messed with the suit.
You can make a logic check. then, oh, actually, no, I already asked for vigilance. We can use that roll. So that was success on everyone's vigilance. Yeah, so as you're arriving, it seems like he was just holding you in place. He didn't actually break any of your tech. Maybe if you had been aggressive towards him, he probably could have in that moment, but he just pushed you away. But as you are making your way here, you will notice that there's kind of a mountainside on one side of you, and up at the top you can see that there are the roots of a tree kind of growing out of the side of the rock, and it looks like there is a gigantic nest like directly above you, and you can see more of those pterosaurs kind of circling above, as it seems you have found one of the nests he was talking about. And Khazar just says, up there, that may be where Sauron is experimenting on some of those eggs. We can climb up there. Maybe we can surprise him.
All right. Does it look like flight would be good for those of us that can fly, or should we kind of like stick closer to like the rock and climb?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it does depend on how you think your flight works. But
Yeah.
I would assume that everyone's flight pretty much makes climbing problems like irrelevant. You can fly close to the wall.
All right. Okay.
But it depends. If you think your flight powers are really like you're only ever moving at max speed, then maybe not. But I think it's fairly easy to get up this wall just for you.
Okay. All right. Let's
Oh.
do it then.
Oh, yeah, I'll climb up the wall. And I'll try to be careful of rock. Because I know it could sometimes contain like iron ore and stuff, which could be a problem. But so take it slowly.
Because
Yeah,
you have to
slowly
stick to
fly.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's okay, I need to stay behind. But yeah, that makes sense. I will move us onto another map now, but as you are getting up to the top, you will start to hear the cries of these pterosaurs, and you hear a voice just saying, "Don't worry, my children. Soon you will have even more siblings. But we will go to the world of men, and we will lay waste to it all." As Sauron himself is standing in the nest, wings spread wide as he monologues to the pterosaurs soaring above. And you should be able to see him on the map when I change it now. Almost now.
Eggs.
Okay. Can everyone see?
Yep.
Okay, then yeah, you see Khazar and Zabu kind of making their way up towards the nest. But above you, there are more of those pterosaurs. I'll put them down on the map as well. But it seems like you've got the jump on him. He's shouting to his pterosaur buddies.
Oof.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do? Kazar and Zabu seem to be sneaking up towards him, like they're going to just try and attack him. But you can see Sauron's standing in the nest and with a couple of eggs surrounding.
I'll try to move on, make sure I'm on solid ground, and for beginning, we can zap him.
Yeah, I kind of wanna do something like a team attack. When he jumps Sauron, we all hit Sauron at the same time.
Well, yeah, getting a fantastic on your initiative will determine who gets to be part of that initial attack.
Okay.
So, it's roll for initiative. Would anyone like to control Kazar or Zabu or the Wasp?
I'll control the wasp.
I wouldn't mind taking Azar. I'm actually very curious about the Savage Man's abilities.
Good job, Astra.
Illustra, do you want to play as the Sabertooth?
No.
Okay. I will keep control of that one. Stefan, just check if you can control Kazar.
Looks like it, yes.
No, I can't control.
Okay.
Here we go.
You can just roll initiative for them. Zabu will go. Actually, I'll just roll for Zabu.
Oh, these are leadership powers. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. We've got Fantastics, Static, and Illustra. So, Illustra, you were going to be up first.
Oh, it's static. You got one too.
I'm very surprised to find that out myself.
Did I misread it? No, you did.
No, it's right. I just didn't realize.
Still roll quite low. Yeah. Illustra, you've got a bonus round here as you were going to kick things off.
Yes. Check something. Can't use his feet. Perfect. It is still
It's divided by 5 again.
perfect. It's still within. So, it is time for a grand performance. Since I presume I can see the what's called the nest.
Yeah.
Well, I make a basically this area. I make an illusion where it's just like what's called Sauron just going around and just smashing the eggs with sound and all. That's pretty much what do this turn.
Okay, what do you make come out of the eggs when it smashes them? Like, what happens to the inside of the egg?
Oh, that's see if now the question is yeah, because now
Also, these eggs are like are like 6 feet tall. It's as big as any of you guys. These are massive eggs.
oh, you know what? I'm gonna make one of them be like, just the yolk, basically the thing inside the egg, just come out, and one will just be like at what's called the fetus of those. I have no idea how they look. And the last one, well, it's just yolk also.
Yeah, so the others are flying around and seeing this, but Stegron is like, what? No, what trickery is this? What have you done to my eggs? As he seems to be freaking out, but the others are still swirling around. It seems to have confused them more than anything, as they don't know what the hell is going on. And then Static, I think you were the only other one with a marvel. So as this is happening, they've been distracted. How are you going to capitalize?
I'll use my elemental ricochet and hit him. Hopefully, I can get something out of somebody else as well.
Okay, yeah, elemental ricochet. You can make an attack as you see one of the pterosaurs swoop down, almost like it's going for one of the eggs. But you can make your attack. So this pterosaur up at the top is going to interpose, and you're going to hit that one first instead.
Eight points of damage.
So, 8 points.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 on my.
Yeah, that's plus 8. So it's 24 points of damage.
Nope, you're right. I'll go search my glasses for my round is over.
Well, yeah, that as you blast that out, you see one of the pterosaurs going to try and eat some of that egg yolk, and it just gets electrocuted. You knock one of them out of the sky. It sort of collapses onto the branches below, but you've hurt that one badly. There's just smoke rising from one of these pterosaurs. Sauron goes, "No, my babies!" And we go to the official top of the round, back with Illustra.
Hmm. Yes. It's time. To dazzle him. Oh well, that's perfect.
The other one is also going to interpose, as they all seem to be flocking towards your illusion. And you'll blind that one instead.
Perfect.
As it kind of crashes into the nest and does actually hit one of the eggs. And you see a crack forming in one of the real eggs.
Well, casualty of war.
Okay, and then taking us to the wasp.
All right, Wasp is gonna. I think she's. That's good. She's gonna do battle plan. Character inspires one or more allies within earshot. Up to the character's vigilance, inspired allies gain edge on all attacks or on all action checks at the start of the character's next turn. So
You can target
do-
3 people.
Yeah, let's do Khazar, Starflare, and Static Scale. They all get an edge on their next check. That let's see battle. Okay, so that's 10. Knock 10 out. That was her standard action. That lasts one round. Just put it in chat. All right. Yeah, I think. Yeah. That. Wait. Have any reactions? Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
That's it for Wasp.
Then it would take us to Zabu's turn. I will say Khazar is like bonded with Zabu, so he can give her commands. Do you think Khazar's telling Zabu to do anything in particular? If not, he's going for that pterosaur, right? The closest one to it.
Yeah, no, that will do.
Okay, then yeah, this saber-toothed tiger runs out along the branch and is going to make a focused fury attack. Close attack with an edge.
Good bite.
Okay, yeah. With that with a 14 to hit, Zabu runs up, grabs one of those pterosaurs that was zapped by lightning, and just slams it down into the tree and starts biting into its neck as you see it kind of throw the pterosaur off the side and lets it plummet down back to the forest below. And that one one is dead. Taking us to Kazan.
Okay. So, Kazan is gonna rush and make. Okay, I cannot make that deep. So he's gonna. Wow. 5 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet is one space on this map, so just
Ah.
right movement 5, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So because he can, he's gonna leap onto the side of the nest, and he's gonna not gonna do any attacks, but he is gonna give combat support to Starflare.
What's combat support do?
It means you roll a 1 automatically on your next roll.
Oh, okay.
I always sleep on the tactics powers. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And for 10 focus, that's not bad.
It's once per battle, though. So that's
Okay.
otherwise, it's kind of like combat trickery, but for someone else. That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna get out of him this turn.
Yeah, okay, so Kazar sets Starflare up, but one of those pterosaurs is going to. Okay, that one's blind, so it can't do that. This other one is going to fly up behind Kazar, and it's going to make a grappling technique attack. Ooh, I think that might hit.
Yes.
So Kazar is going to take that damage and be grabbed. And then the pterosaur is going to just grab him with its talons and pull him off of the nest and into the air. And, yeah. Is it gonna waste a reaction on dropping you? Mm. Yeah, of course. It's gonna drop him. But it's gonna spend a reaction, and Kazar is going to plummet as he is now falling mid-air, and will deal with fall damage if it comes to it. But he is currently falling from the sky, as another one of these is going to come flying in towards you guys. It is going to do a hit and run against Zabu because oh, okay, then it's going to go over here. It's flapping its wings, but it's kind of trying to land there so that it can stop anyone else from stepping onto that branch. The other one is blind, so it is not really able to do anything right now. Just seems it's wandering around blindly. I suppose it can also actually make an attack with the top. So that one also gets a peck at Zabu and is just flying over here. Can't really see what it's doing. But Starflame, that takes us to you, as it seems like the pterosaurs are turning on Kazar and Zabu.
Nice.
Your
Okay.
next roll is going to be fantastic. So, how are you going to use
Yeah.
that?
He's gonna take to the skies, and he's going to hit everybody with a elemental barrage. And this is a fantastic. So everybody's gonna take full regular damage. Oh no, wait. You know what? Let me see if supernova gives me double damage. Nope. Okay. All right. Barrage. So full damage. It's a fantastic, and I have an edge on this. Wow. Okay. So I guess we need to.
That's okay. Just roll the damage. We'll
Okay.
add to. So I think it's +6 on top of that.
Yeah. So it should be something like 43. Am I right?
Yeah.
43.
right.
Yep. 43 to everybody. And they are blinded.
Okay, as you knock all the smaller pterosaurs out with that, what does it look like? Like, what does your elemental barrage actually look like as you take pretty much all of them down except for Sauron himself?
Yeah, I think he kind of takes to the skies and just. He takes to the skies, and you just see these beams of energy just crashing down on 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 all the different dinosaurs and eggs and Sauron, and just they're just being pelted by all this energy.
Yes, the pterosaurs start raining from the sky and falling sort of alongside Kazar, who's still mid free fall. Yeah, you hear Sauron just screaming out in annoyance.
Nice.
No, what have you done?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I moved. I attacked. That's it. All right, that's it for me. Static. I think you got an edge as well.
Very
For
well.
enchantment.
I would run up to the edge of the cliff, and now I'm gonna try and do something that will probably make me an enemy for life. I am gonna use Elemental Blast, but I don't want to use it on anybody. I actually want to use it on the nest and see if the electricity can be like a lightning strike and create a fire.
No.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
Uh,
God.
triple
Triple.
edge? Come on. Come on. Give us that MMM. Is that gonna be a 1? What? 3, 2, 1?
Wow. Well, still a fantastic success. As yeah, you just ignite this nest, and yeah, Sauron seems very upset by that. Anything in that nest is now going to take 5 damage at the end of its turn. But yeah, you destroy part of the nest as well in that blast.
Cool. That's my turn.
Okay, then as we go to Sauron's turn, He's going to. Let's see. Oh, yeah. He's going to look over at Illustra as he kind of just scans around. He's going to see Illustra, and then he's going to kind of start laughing as he flaps his wings and goes up into the air. He goes, "Oh, I understand now." And he is going to use 15 focus to use clone powers, and is going to copy all of Illustra's powers.
Okay, I did not see that coming.
You can now use those powers as if they were always his. Yeah, so he's gonna do that, and then he is going to use his movement to blink and teleport over here as he just sort of appears right behind Wasp, and then is going to use his supervillain action as we go to his second turn, and he's going to make an. Oh, he can't do grappling technique. Damn. He's just going to try and grab a hold of Wasp.
Okay. In response, she's gonna shrinking dodge.
Oh wait, he was also. Hold on, he blind. Okay, so he was able to get out of the blind. Shrinking dodge, give him a trouble. Let's see.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Take it up to
That's
2
going.
minutes.
Oh shit! That just hits. All right.
Oh, does that still hit? Oh no.
Yeah, she's got a 13 in melee.
Okay, then he's going to use his reaction to use
And,
Leech Light.
I use my reaction to give him trouble with karma.
Sorry, on the Leech Light.
On his grapple.
Okay.
And the way I do it is basically just making a little Fata Morgana near her. So it's like, oh, is that like real, or you know how it works? Okay. I tried.
Still a hit. Okay, that is a 17 against Wasp's resilience defense.
Oh yeah.
For 22 points of damage.
Oh.
And then
Star flare.
okay, you can undo.
Yeah. Let me see if I. Oh,
Undo.
select.
Yeah.
All right. Select Janet. There we.
Okay, and then he heals half of that back. Okay, yeah, and then with his healing factor, he actually goes back up to full hit points as he has got Janet grappled and is leeching the life out of her as he kind of bites down, and as she tried to shrinking dodge, he basically caught her in his mouth and she's now stuck in his jaws. But Illustra, we go back to you.
Right, so that would do anything. Let's see. Okay. It's not the best thing, but oh well. Just gonna try blinding him. At least. I'm not sure if that hits.
He's going to use his other reaction to sculpt as he is holding the wasp, and is going to hold her, and you're going to blind her instead.
Oh well. Casualty of war. But up to them.
As we go to the wasp, yeah, you've
All right.
just been bitten, you've just gone blind, as you've got light to the face, but you are in the grasp of Sauron.
Okay. I don't know how to do this, so help me out. I want to do growing attack. Do I have to go to grow 2 first and then do the grow attack? Or does the growing attack take me to grow 2? I don't.
Well, grow 2 just you can do as a standard action. You can grow up to gigantic size. You're currently at average, but yeah, if you grow with a standard action, you can use your reaction to growing attack.
Okay, that's what I'll go ahead and do that. Give me a second.
And how large are you trying to grow?
I think she's gonna go. I think she's trying to go gigantic. I think she's trying to get as much of an advantage as possible. I think the going gigantic ups her melee multiplier. Give me a sec.
I think it does. It increases your damage multiplier. So if you're gigantic, you have a -3 to all your defense modifiers. You have a +4 to your damage multipliers. And yeah, you are now 100 feet tall.
Nice. All right. Okay. Growing attack is 5. And let's roll it.
You will have trouble because you are still blind.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh, she's got karma. She's gonna spend a karma. So the original edge and the original trouble cancel out, and she's gonna gain another edge. Let's hit it. Oh no. Does 14 hit his melee defense?
No, just misses.
Alright. You just see this big giant fist go into the ground. Alright.
Yeah, he was holding on to her, but now he's just kind of like he's fighting a kaiju. Like he's clinging on. but she can't see what she's swinging at, unfortunately. So
Yeah, that's it for her.
okay, then to Zabu. Zabu is actually going to attempt a hit and run from where he's standing. Oh, no, wait. Can't do it from where he's standing. There he goes up. Okay, yeah, so that is right. It's going to cause bleeding here, and then is going to run basically over here as you see Zabu kind of leap into the air, slash at Sauron, and then run to the edge of the cliff and just roar down towards what's his name, Khazar, as he's plummeting potentially to his death. But he badly hurts Sauron with that one. And then
Oh, I totally forgot about him.
yep. As we now go to Khazar, who is falling and really hoping someone would save him because I can't remember the mechanics for fall damage. So give me a second.
Fall damage is an illusion.
We'll go to Khazar's turn while I look that up, because maybe you've got a way to save yourself as you are falling from the sky. You may be muted if you're talking.
Very muted. There's the problem. Okay, so I see some trees and stuff around in it. Any chance you can grab something like that and just to not fall to his death?
You might be able to try. So the rules, I can't believe this hasn't come up, but if they end their turn mid-air without any means of support, they fall up to 100 spaces. If they don't hit anything, they keep falling turn after turn until they do. A character about to fall can hold their turn, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. So if a character hits something, I make a standard action check, and the damage multiplier for the roll is 1 for every 3 spaces that we've fallen, up to a maximum damage multiplier of 20. So, yeah, this is a massive cliff. So we're going to say it's at least.
Well, I haven't ended my turn yet.
It's true. So you're falling from midair. You're gonna hit the trees down below, but it's gonna hurt. So what are you gonna try and do to? Oh, you can subtract your jump speed from the number of spaces that you fall to make a controlled landing. Yeah. What are you trying to do?
He would try. He would try to see if we can grab it. He doesn't have to hit the hard length. Something to break his fall. Maybe something like something direct underneath the nest. Otherwise, you would aim for some good vine or two up the top of the tree. At the trees. I do have a few reactions. Like I have at least 2 reactions I can sacrifice to this cause. I need to.
Yeah, I mean the whole point of it dropping you was that you wouldn't have something to grab onto. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, he didn't really have anything that could help him reach out.
But we picked up some that vine, right?
Oh yeah, you did. You picked a bunch of that rope. You want to
So,
try and one of those?
so can you try and lasso it, throw a lasso somewhere, and so we can onto like some perch, and then try to stop himself from falling with that?
Yeah, he does his best Spider-Man impression to do a Tarzan spin. You can give an agility check. I will say you've got trouble because there's nothing in range. You're just falling. Like you're going to hit the trees, but you're going to take damage from the speed you're hitting it.
Connection.
Can I give a karma to that trouble?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh wow!
Okay. How does he manage to get back up onto the cliff with this last?
As he drops, he pulls off that lasso he made earlier and throws it, and it hooks on one of these branches. It like snaps shut, and he swings underneath it, which means he now has to climb back up using the vine.
I'll say with the fantastic success, you are able to get back up as well.
So yeah, so I guess I'll use my movement and at the top, and then I'm at here. Whew.
Oh, you get there. The nest is on fire. So at the end of your turn, you are going to take 5 points of damage just from being in the fire, but you're not going to take all the damage you would have taken from splatting into the ground.
Enough.
He doesn't
Okay.
have damage reduction.
Sorry.
Oh, he does actually. Never mind. You won't take any damage because you've got damage reduction one. So he's able to withstand the flames. He's just looking badass standing in a burning nest, and you've got these 3 eggs that are now looking very cracked.
Cool.
Well done. You've still, yeah. We'll say that was a reaction to throw that thing at you. But anything else on it?
If that's our action, I would like to just take a normal action and yell out Sauron as he takes one of his flint tip dagger and jab it into one of the eggs.
Okay, you're stabbing one of the eggs.
Yes.
Okay, as you do that, you hear from inside the egg a scream that sounds like it isn't coming from a pterosaur. It sounds like a human being. As you stab into them.
But that is nightmare fuel.
Mambo.
As you pull the knife back, you crack a piece of the egg away, and you see inside that there is a person sitting kind of curled up in the fetal position, but their arms are like mutated. It looks like they are growing wings out of their arms. It looks like he's turning these people into dinosaurs inside this egg. And yeah, you've definitely stopped that transformation here, but you may have severely injured the person inside.
Okay. That is horrific.
Leave my
And my
turn
turn.
alone, you barbarian.
And my turn. Also, fun fact I just know about Kazar. He has the rich tag.
Yeah, he's famous. His occupation is tycoon. He's rich and famous.
The
And
fuck?
and his origin is magic.
Yeah, if I'd had more time, I would have read up on him properly. But I'm also very confused. The only time I've ever actually seen him in comic books has been in Deadpool comics, and really, let's be honest, you can't take too much like lore from people that Deadpool runs into.
Like I've seen a few times. I've seen him like a few times on like cartoons, where like the Avengers and stuff or Spider-Man end up in the Savage Lands, but I had no idea the man is tycoon that is wealthy.
Yeah, not that being rich does you much good in the Savage Land. It's a bit of a pointless thing. But I
It
guess
is.
that's probably the point for him.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
that's my turn.
I think that takes us on to Starflame.
All right. What are you gonna do, buddy? Let's do. Oh, he's badly injured. Okay. Let's do elemental burst. To Sauron.
Oh, I forgot you will have trouble because he's still grappling Wasp.
Ah.
So, well, it depends. You can either have an edge if you don't care which one you hit, but if you're trying specifically to hit Sauron, you will have a trouble.
Yeah. Okay. It will not let me go back. Come on.
So wait, why don't you get the undo thing? I've got a big
Yeah.
undo button on everything.
I'm
But yeah,
pretty sure
it's
we
been
all
rough.
do.
Yeah.
An 18 will still hit him. No, that's
Oh,
that way.
perfect. All right.
29 points damage, reduced to 25. He's still up, but he is looking bad.
All right.
Hey, static. Can you finish him off before he gets to leech more life from the giant wasp?
Yeah, I'm gonna run up and punch him.
Again, you'll also have trouble if you don't want to hit Janet.
Fair enough.
So,
18.
yeah, an 18 will do. Was that with trouble?
Yeah, but it balanced out the edge.
Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, nice. Then that is a hit. How do you want to do?
Run up and just electrify my claw, and it's like maybe yeah, and I would and I would run and like grab like a spot underneath his neck that's sensitive, very sensitive, and then we just zap him. But a few
Straight
moments.
into your it's completely right. And with that, we are brought out of combat as you have defeated Sauron.
Can I make an argument that we have people to rescue? Apparently.
Yeah.
I think
You're just out of
Wasp is on
combat.
it. Oh,
You've
is
just
she
killed the thing.
still?
Her
Is she
blindness would.
still?
No.
All right. Hey. Okay. In her giant form, she's gonna walk over to the burning tree, and like take Khazar, put him on the ground, take the 3 eggs, and kind of like crack them open and take the people out one by one.
Okay, I'll say she can make a logic check to do this without hurting the people inside. And if she's got any like first aid skills, she might be able to use them again.
Tags. Nope.
I don't think she does that.
Nah.
But she
Okay.
does have connections, celebrities, so maybe she actually knows Kazar from his rich all these.
Probably. Yeah.
She's also a tycoon.
She's gonna spend another karma for an edge on this roll. She doesn't want to hurt the.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ooh. All right. I think a 19 does it. I
19
hope.
can do it as you manage to crack open these eggs, and these people are definitely going to need medical attention. They have been experimented on and mutated. They are mutates. They are not mutants, but yeah, they definitely going to need to see someone. As you successfully extract them, everyone is going to earn another point of karma. And as you are pulling them out of the eggs, you will see flying through the clouds above the shield VTOL flying back towards the monitoring station.
Can Wasp take flight and have them land here?
You
And
trying to
kinda just
flag
like-
down?
Yeah, flag down the shield jet.
You're gonna have to do something to get their attention. I will say. I mean, 100-foot tall wasp is probably
Yeah.
gonna get their attention, but I'm gonna need.
Oh. Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna need someone to do something to actually make a roll to get their attention. I don't know, like Illustra may have some illusions, or I don't know. What have you guys got? You've all got flares and stuff. So
Oh,
how
you
would
know
get
what?
it?
I have the perfect plan. I just put out a grand illusion up in the sky, like it flies up in the sky, and just like, we are here, just like with the neon sign and everything, just flashing and being very, very, very annoying. And because of it,
Giant
it's
arrow
yellow.
pointing down.
It's yellow neon. The worst thing you can do.
Yeah, the yellow neon with the 100-foot tall wasp next to it definitely looks like some sort of a sign to like, or some very strange club. But yeah, if you can make an ego check. I'll say you've got double edge on this because of the giant wasp. The thing is, if you fail on this check, it is going to fly towards the Magneto's citadel, and if Magneto sees a plane coming in, it's going to be tickets for that plane.
What is happening?
It's a good night.
Yeah, we must have set a record tonight. But with that 28, a fantastic success. It's hard to miss the giant neon sign above prehistoric wasteland, and a shield VTOL will come into land just up here on the cliff. Was that full enough to have a token ready? Probably not.
I both take out the like stainless steel cables that I will carry around for me when I need to tie like groups of people up, and I would try wrapping Sauron.
Okay, are you going to wrap him up and leave him here, or are you trying to bring him with you?
That is up to the people flying this. That will be up to the people flying the thing. If they want an angry dinosaur on their on their on their thing, but I'm also guessing he's is probably a high value target for Shield.
Well, yeah, there's also good evidence that whatever broke into that shield's facility, it broke out through the roof. So one of these flying dinosaurs might make sense.
Is it him? I try to memorize the smell of the creature earlier.
Give me a vigilance check. I'll say you've got an edge, but you can check that sense.
No idea why I did that with Kazar.
Oh, you're probably still.
Yeah, I have it token selected, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess that'll be a 15. Nope, it's still plus. No, it's still 13. My vision is also 2. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can tell that it definitely was a pterosaur of some kind, and it may well have been him. From what you've just seen, he was commanding them, but it's impossible to know which of them broke through there. There's
No.
probably a good reason to interrogate Sauron and figure out what happened, especially because with that 13, you can't tell exactly whose scent that was, but you do also recall when the dinosaurs were released, when you were like trying to send them back. Necron mentioned something about working Sauron, and that's kind of the only place his name has come up before. So you definitely think it's a good idea to take him on board and let Shield do some interrogation. Unless you guys want to do the interrogation yourself. Either way, you've taken Sauron as a prisoner.
Nice.
Load him onto the jet,
Yep.
and
The
that is
people that need help also, and
yes, the people will also be loaded on and immediately start receiving some medical attention as Kazar and Zabu make their way over to you guys as everyone's getting onto the jet, and he just comes up to you and says, "Thank you, my friends. I'm sorry for not trusting you before, but it seems you are good folk after all. I would recommend you not come back here, as your kind usually bring nothing but trouble. But I thank you very much for what you've done here today. You may have, in fact, saved the Savage Lands. Honestly, I'm glad that he's your problem now."
don't worry about it, Kazar. Don't worry, we'll be back. As Starflare enters the plane and kind of like waves by to him.
Oh man, the
I-
things I've tried to do to get people to stop coming here.
I would bring up some. Do you think he has other eggs? He had other clutches of eggs, or are these the only ones?
There are several, but without him here to command his beasts, Zabu and I should be able to free a lot of the others. Some of the tribal folk around here know remedies, and there are many. There is a whole city waiting for mutates. We can take them there. But if you
And
do feel the need to come back and lend us a hand, I would not be opposed.
maybe
Luke
if
would,
the
would do it. And the Sabertooth looks quite happy.
Shield might want their people back though. As I look at the yellow carrier that I step on. Yep, it's not a Halleck carrier. It's a Quinjet.
Close enough. The pilot says, "Don't worry, setting a course for the helicarrier now." Yeah, with that as the engines fire up, and Zabu and Kazar stand there waving you off. Is there anything else from the others that you are doing in these final moments before we end the session and you guys make your way back to New York?
That's it. Job well done.
Well then, with that, we will end tonight's session as you take off and leave the Savage Lands to go and figure out if what you can do about the people who sent you here, but everyone will earn 2 development points for tonight.
Ooh.
Really thought you were going to end up fighting more dinosaurs or Magneto, but still pretty well.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think we gotta come. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm worried that Magneto is here. Something must have happened. um, maybe Hector will call, make a trip out to the Xavier School and see what's going.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going along there.
All right. Starflare takes a much needed rest in the chair. He's been beat up all day. He's just gonna just sink in the chair and relax. It's like,
Oh, I made a terrible mistake.
you.
I deleted static of Timmy Plane.
Oops.
And now he's gone forever.
No, I mean,
No, it's also I'll copy everything I have on him from the other planes.
How did you even manage to do that?
I had empty. I wanted to delete a different one. I think I just selected the wrong one and didn't notice.
How many development points do we have? I think it's 5, but I want to double check.
It's going to be different for everyone. You need to track those
Oh,
yourself because
okay.
everyone's been playing different characters, so some have more than others.
Okay, so for me then, if I have 3 from before, and this 2 makes 5. So
Have you not been actually spending them on anything?
no, not yet. I've been thinking about what I want to do, and I think I want to put them into ranged weapons so I can attack. I get more attacks with my energy beams.
Cool. I would also recommend looking into the stunts because a couple of you have got elemental like blasts, and the
Yeah.
elemental exploit stunts is very cool because you can make a melee attack with your elemental power and ignore some damage reduction based on how much focus you pump into it. Could be very cool.
Where
You
where
may
is
have to
this
go
exploit?
into on Demiplane. It's in the biography section. There's an expansions thing, like it's the same place where you activate the schooling advancement system and that stuff. There's a stunts. There's a thing that says use stunts. You can say yes.
Ah, okay.
But also, yeah, you can spend development points on a stunt, but you can also earn it by getting a fantastic success with that power in this session, which tonight you got a ton of fantastic successes. So I don't know, you guys may have earned a stunt too. I know there's stunts for the Venom stuff as well. Static might have earned, but I think Starflare only got